This is the Word of the Week reflection for Sunday, June 29th, Freedom Walk. Brothers and sisters, for freedom Christ set us free. So stand firm and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery. For you were called for freedom, brothers and sisters. But do not use this freedom as an opportunity for the flesh. Rather, serve one another through love. For the whole law is fulfilled in one statement, namely, you shall love your neighbors as yourself. From Galatians 5, verse 1 and 13 through 15. As they were proceeding on their journey, someone said to him, I will follow you wherever you go. Jesus answered him, Foxes have dens, and birds of the sky have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head. And to another he said, Follow me. But he replied, Lord, let me go first and bury my father. But he answered him, Let the dead bury their dead. But you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God. And another said, I will follow you, Lord, but first let me say farewell to my family at home. To him Jesus said, No one who sets a hand to the plow and looks to what was left behind is fit for the kingdom of God. From Luke chapter 9, verses 57 through 62. Reflection. What is your understanding of freedom? The readings for today suggest that we are called to freedom, but we need to adjust our understanding of what this entails. Freedom in the biblical sense moves beyond being able to do what we want and beyond political, cultural, or legal definitions. Rather, freedom lies in a willingness to die to self, linked with an acceptance of God's presence within us and God's action through us. Jesus asks his disciples to put their hands to a plow of loving service and not be pulled off task by other demands. Freedom in this sense is a liberation from exaggerated desires for security, affection, control. It is being liberated from emotional programs that unconsciously enslave us. To follow such a demanding path requires trust in the divine, which is nurtured and matured through the direct relationship facilitated by contemplative practices. Resting in silence and stillness, there is a natural movement toward letting go of selfishness and socially imposed restraints, a movement toward manifesting love to others with humility and joy. For as Christ, in this divine human incarnation, you are called to freedom and to serve each other through love. Meditations. Through a spiritual practice like centering prayer, we begin to experience spiritual awareness. Ordinary life then becomes like a lousy movie where we don't identify with the characters or plot. We can get up and leave, something we can't do in daily life when we over-identify with our ordinary stream of awareness and its content. That is the inner tyranny that opposes true freedom. The freedom of the children of God means we can decide what to do about particular events. We live more and more out of self-actuating motivation rather than the domination of our habitual drives to be esteemed, to be in control, to feel secure. A total surrender of ourselves to the spiritual journey is required. Not just a patchwork of exercises that are part of daily life, but do not affect the whole of it or penetrate the various aspects of our lives. From Thomas Keating, The Human Condition, and from Invitation to Love, The Way of Christian Contemplation. The freedom Jesus promises involves letting go of our small self, our cultural biases, and even our fear of loss and death. Freedom is letting go of wanting more and better things. It is letting go of our need to control and manipulate God and others. It is even letting go of our need to know and our need to be right, which we only discover with maturity. We become ever more free as we let go of our three primary motivations: our need for power and control, our need for safety and security, and our need for affection and esteem. From Richard Rohr, Center for Action and Contemplation, the Daily Meditation for June 14th, 2020.
To practice. This week there are 5 practice invitations. Practice 1. Practice the welcoming prayer with reactions and upsets. Be sure to start with the sensations in the body. The body lives in the present moment and never lies. Even if you forget to use this practice in the moment, if the sensations of the event are still with you later, practice the welcoming prayer. Practice 2. Practice self-inquiry. After working with the sensations of triggers through the welcoming prayer, ponder and pray about these unconscious reactions. What are the drivers behind them? What desires are not being satisfied? Bring this awareness to prayer, perhaps at the end of your day. To what deepening of freedom are you being called to in this situation? Use journaling or art, such as music, dance, movement, breath, or graphic expression, if you find this helpful. Practice 3. Based on community requests, the Word of the Week team is experimenting with providing the audio recording of today's reflection that you're now listening to. Comments and suggestions are welcome by replying to today's email. Practice 4. The Word of the Week program is a free spiritual enrichment program of 52 emails per year and 104 live Zoom prayer groups. If you find this program useful for your journey and have not yet donated, please consider donating using the link provided in today's email. Any amount is greatly appreciated. Practice 5. Post your reflections on the community forum or share prayer requests using the links provided in today's email. Remember that by clicking on the subscribe link on the right-hand side of a thread, you can receive email notifications when someone posts a comment or a prayer request. There are 2 live Word of the Week prayer chapels offered to support your journey. Each prayer group has a slightly different reflection excerpt, therefore some participants attend both. These groups meet every Tuesday at 8 to 9 a.m. Central Time and Wednesday 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. The links for both these groups are available in today's email. If these prayer groups don't work for you, you'll find many free and open Zoom prayer groups on the Meditation Chapel. Information and links to the Meditation Chapel can be found in today's email.